This episode, we caught up with Holley McCreary. Holley is an award-winning singer-songwriter that is now based in our area. With her roots in the Deep South and gospel music, Holley entertains the audience with her creative storytelling and her inspiring voice. You can catch Holley performing with her band, Tune Squad, but to really hear Holley at her best, catch her solo or duet shows where she showcases her originals. Holley's songs are available on Spotify or through her website. Let's see what Holley has for us today.
We are here with Holley McCreary.
Yes.
In the North Woods of Fairfield County, the north of Candlewood Lake. She so graciously invited us into her house so that we could talk to her. How did you end up here in Connecticut?
Yeah, what's your...
I was working with a independent label out of South Salem, New York, and went ahead and had kind of semi-migrated to the area. I was at a point where I was coming to the city to write with artists for about 2 weeks at a time, going home for 2 weeks, coming up for 2 weeks, going home for 2 weeks, and I felt like literally within 2 years, I felt like I'd added a decade on to my life just in travel and the strain. I just decided, you know what, it's time to get out of my comfort zone and just, relocate, restart, reset. It just kind of it was a snowball that kind of just fell down the side of the mountain and landed right in my lap, and I was like, "This is cool. Let's do this." So
because I always point out during gigs, this accent ain't from Connecticut.
No, it's not. It absolutely is not. And it picks its times now to come out. I think I've been up here long enough that I've kind of regionally or non-region, I should say, diction-wise, I've kind of fallen in with the ranks, but it's, I get on the phone with my mom long enough and it comes out.
Home was originally?
I was born in Florida, but raised most of my life in Alabama. So Alabama was high school on. Earlier parts of my life as well, but kind of we were back and forth between the two states of Florida and Alabama. My father's a minister. My mother's a retired school teacher. And so we just kind of went where Dad's work took us and wound up in Mobile, Alabama for high school, wound up at University of North Alabama in Florence, right across the river from Muscle Shoals for college. And I feel like that's kind of where everything just kind of came together music-wise for me. Went to college and ran in groups with a bunch of really amazing artists that are big and giant and huge now. So just kind of lit the fire to keep doing what I'm doing, And I think as Nashville kind of came up in the last, in the next kind of realm of music from Muscle Shoals, it's only 2.5 hours north. There's not a lot of draw to keep you in that area of Muscle Shoals and Florence and that Tri-County, Tri-City area unless you just want to be there. There are great studios right up the road, and I mean, nowadays everybody's got a studio in their own house. Right. So I definitely feel like the studio days are dwindling. I mean, I've got friends in the area who still do session work at Fame, and so there are still people cutting records and doing things like that. But as the digital age comes about, every day there's something new that comes out that enhances a home recorder's ability. But I don't think that, I would never want someone to say, I'm not going to pursue this because I don't have the money to put down for a good studio recording. That shouldn't ever hamper you or hold you back as an artist, because that's not what art is about. That's not what creating is about. I think that's one of the cool things about being in that area was to know the greats that had been there before me. I think it's a blend of reverence and almost a blend of spirituality and gospel. Definitely in the South, there's a very heavy presence of religion, and that kind of breeds a different kind of reverence, I think, and respect for those who came before you. So,
was that the beginning of your musical journey, just being in that kind of environment?
I'm sure it was. I mean, as far back as I can remember, we had always gone to church services, and the non-denominational church that my father preaches for and has always preached for, we don't have instruments in music. So there's no piano, there's no drum, there's no nothing. It's 4-part harmony, sight notes, a cappella singing, and that really, I think, was the basis of the foundation for what kind of built me as not only a musician but a singer-songwriter as well, is just understanding how that fits, what the building blocks of that are. So it 100% was always a part of my life. My family trips, for a while with my brothers, when they still cared to sing with us all, we had 5-part harmony.
You lived with music and around this all the time.
Yeah.
What would you suggest for people that don't have that opportunity?
Expose yourself as much as you can. And I mean the good, the bad, the indifferent, the ugly, the stuff you think you're going to hate, the stuff you think you're going to love. It doesn't matter. If there's a free concert in your area, show up.
Not
show
just sit
up.
in your basement and play.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
sit in the basement and play sometimes, but go out.
Go out.
Go out and
out.
expose yourself. The day
and be with other people.
Yes.
I'm going to call my daughter out. I said, what I want you to do, I said, I want you to find 2 other friends and go in the basement, go in the garage, and suck.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yes. No, 100%.
No, and just
100%.
Just play whatever you want, and
try anything.
And it's going to probably be 90% of it is going to be crap, but you're going to learn so much, and you're going to have so much
Playing
fun
with other people.
Well, and there's a community. There's a community level to it that I don't think a lot of people think about from the outside. And that really has been an invaluable asset to me in this area, being so far from family, so far from friends. You know, I have a community. I have my family here who would help me out in any way possible. I mean, and it was great for a while. And, you know, you morph, you change, you ebb, you flow. Yeah. But the community remains constant. And that's, I think, you know, exposure and community really both insulate but also elevate you at the same time. They protect you, but they encourage you. And
going back to your evolution of songwriting.
Okay. I think there is a level of Appalachian that comes into the theory of songwriting that not enough people lock onto.
Yeah.
Storytelling is an art in and of itself, and in and of its own realm. But when you bring music and composition into that, you're adding layers like an onion, right? So you could be the best storyteller in the world, and even if your chords are simplistic, you're not going to lose a lot of people unless you just suck. You know, you're not gonna lose a lot of people because no one's looking for the eloquence or the elaboration in the chording or in the structure. They're looking for that in what you're saying and how you're delivering it. But then I think you have times too where the scale shifts and it's a simpler story with a simpler message that can allow for some elaboration and some beauty and some glimmer and sparkle in the music. And knowing the difference between the two really kind of puts you on a level of where are you as, in my opinion, as a writer, as a complete songwriter. And, you know, I know there are people who do lyrics, there are people who do music, you know, there are people who split it up. There's Elton and Bernie, whatever, you know, you need to have. And I've had plenty of writes like that myself where I wind up coming with the chordage and somebody else comes up with the lyrics, or then maybe we commiserate or converge or, you know, somehow compromise on something. But I don't know. It's always been a beautiful growth process. But it's got to be about, you've got to pick your muse. You know, am I satisfying the story or am I satisfying the music? Or am I satisfying both?
Both, yeah.
Yeah. The hope is all.
Do you tend to come from the lyric or the music side of things? I know that sometimes it depends really on how it.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I've had songs where I pop up at 2 a.m. and he's like, "Babe, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "I got to get this out of my head. Like, I got to go put this down." And it's probably just me and the keyboard at 2 a.m. because I can keep that quiet enough to not wake anybody else up. But then I've had songs where I was in LA for the thing, and we were at the IHOP. And I was in the women's restroom, and, you know, there's always bathroom graffiti's pretty awesome. And somebody had carved in the not written, carved in the bathroom door, "I am not yours anymore." And that was 10 years ago. I can see that like it was yesterday, and that made such an impact. And so, it took me 10 years, but a song finally came out. And I feel like there are some lyrics that grab me hard enough that I'll get there. And I'm big on not rushing when I do something.
Well, actually, part of this whole process, you were supposed to teach us a song
Right.
of yours.
I mean,
Before we start learning, let's actually, what is the song you're going to teach us?
so this is called Raitt Jean.
Yeah.
And it's a song that actually was written in a response to a song that the young woman that is the namesake of the song wrote about a young man who kind of broke her heart and left their hometown. And that just kind of was like where I lived. And I've always been, even in the cover band that I sing with, I don't change the lyrics to fit a femininity. Something's written because it's written for what it's written
voice,
for.
yeah.
In all honesty, I did know that she wrote it about a guy.
So
it was in my head from that aspect of writing it, but I don't know that necessarily would hold back who could use it. Back to
Okay,
Back to-
meanwhile, back
take
to the
3,
song.
whatever.
We have to, it's all good. It doesn't matter what happens. Let's start to hear it.
Okay. Oh, eyes are green, I see into the deepest, darkest side of me. The one I tried sucks me back to church days. It was always annoying to me to read the music. I could hear where it needed to be. And my mom used to get mad at me because I would make up harmony parts that weren't in the written part. And she's like, "You're confusing other church members." And I'm like, "Nobody else has read this, Mom. Like, come on." Like, everybody's just feeling it and going with the feeling.
Was the harmony good?
Of course it was. It was
Of
me.
course. Yeah.
Just kidding. Not always. Not always.
not
And when it wasn't, she would let me know. Graciously, but she would be like, "Don't do that again." I'd be like, oh, okay. Gotcha. I always was looking for the minor sevenths, the major jumps, the bridge between the 1 and the 2. Like 1's great, 2's great, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's boring. I want 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Give me more and exhaust me to the point to where my brain's like, wait, can I put that many in a measure? Does the math add up? Does the math? I want that. I think the day that I get bored with that will be a sad day.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
It's probably one of the simplest songs I've written in my whole life.
But the vocal line in this is not all that simple though. And the chord changes aren't that simple. You're going around. You're not just doing 1, 4, 5 here.
No, I guess. Again, though, like that's Greek to me. So what makes sense in my head is where's the lilt, where's the walk, where's the change, where's the lift, where's the sad part, where's the happy part? Is there redemption? Is there, It almost kind of started as like a lullaby kind of thing, but then it kind of also turned into this like, if he was just like. If whoever this was just in their misery puddle, like pissing mad and like me, and what would they say? And I was like, this is what they'd say. So yeah, it's kind of like a wallow in your mire.
Did you ever actually live in Nashville or?
No, it's actually funny. We have a running joke in kind of the music community in my North Alabama / Birmingham area. When someone tells us that they're going to Nashville, we just say, "We'll see you in 6 months." It's not. We don't mean it ugly. It sounds horrific and really mean, but it's the truth. Nashville is super saturated with talent. You can walk down Broadway or Painters Avenue any night of the week and see the best act you've ever seen in your whole life, busking on the sidewalk for dollars.
Yeah.
And it is.
I think we covered.
We covered a lot of ground.
We covered a
before
lot
we
of
started
ground.
any music.
Did you?
I'll phone in whatever else you guys need, so you don't have to come back out here. Just call me.
You call me.
A phone call away. So, but yeah, I don't know. You should just roll into this one again.
Let's just roll into it again
All
and
right.
see what happens.
that's pretty. I like that.
Yeah, not too bad.
That sounds good.
Not bad for a bunch of amateurs.
I mean, you know, for the third time we played the song
Yeah.
together, you guys, that's pretty good. I mean, come on. You've heard it, what, like 4 times?
Yeah.
Well, you might see your Spotify numbers go up a little bit because I was
I
playing
appreciate
over and
it.
over. And
Yeah.
I did do it on
Nice to get the gist
Spotify,
of
so
it.
at least you got,
Thanks. Appreciate it.
half
a
of
percentage of
half
it.
a third of a cent.
I know, right? Something like that. I don't know.
Dangle another penny away.
But man, my plays have been up around like I got 6,000 all-time plays on a song, and
that's nice.
haven't seen a cent yet. I ain't seen a single dime.
Haven't
And
monetized it yet.
whatever. It's like, I don't care. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like what I do. But what I have right now, if I had when I was 20, I would have wasted every second of it. Every single second of it. I don't want to say I didn't deserve what I have now, but I need it more now than I ever would have needed it or taken advantage of it then. So I'm fine with that.
Well,
Whatever.
that's going back to being here now, right?
Being in the now.
Hey, who wants banana pudding? Or are we still recording?
No,
we're still
good.
recording, but
Oh.
well. So let's just do a little quick wrap up here. Well, thank
Yeah,
you, Holly,
absolutely.
Yeah,
Of course.
thank you very
for
much.
Absolutely.
not
Anytime.
even sitting down with us, but feeding us a wonderful
That is too.
southern supper.
I did my best. I think I made
Did
my
awesome.
mama. I
Appreciate
made
it.
my the women in my family proud.
If she doesn't make it famous for her music, her food is famous.
Hey, there we
Just
go.
those biscuits today. Yeah,
Those are Muma's rolls,
rolls. Yeah.
yeast rolls. They're yummy. Well, awesome. I'm glad you guys got. Well, I knew I'm hauling you up here to like borderline Vermont, so I had
This
to at least.
is the tip of Fairfield County.
It is. It really, really is.
It's the northern
it?
tip
Right
of
up there.
Fairfield County. It comes
teeny
to that
tiny-
point, and it's beautiful up here on Candlewood Lake.
It
It's
is.
gorgeous.
That's very
I
nice.
like it. I like it.
It was a
lot.
nice ride, and it was a nice day.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And thank you
day.
very much.
Great music.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Anytime, you guys. You're always welcome. My door is always open.
Thanks.
No problem.
Thanks. We're good.
All right.
Good.
Yay. And cut.
There you go. She's got the clap. I'm the only one that can't make
I've been
noise.
waiting for that the whole time. The whole time.